video is about this monster. This is the Motorbass by OKKO, who are from Leipzig in Germany, and this thing is an absolute beast. I've had this pedal for quite a while and not been able to demo it because of the house flood. Today is the day, and it has well and truly been worth the wait. As soon as I plugged this in, this became one of my pedals that I want forever on my board. Every board. I love it. It's literally epic. It's kind of blown my mind. I've just been playing through this. Kind of loud. Forgot to put earplugs in. Never do that. I'm sort of deaf now. But it was well worth it. This thing is an absolute beast. So this has 3 control dials, and I absolutely love the way that they've named them. So you have louder, which is of course volume. Then you have harder, which is treble and bass. Then you have faster, which is distortion. And another thing I absolutely love is that over the umlaut is where they've put the light, so you can tell whether it's switched on or not. I think that is genius. But yeah, of course, this is inspired by Motorhead and in particular Lemmy, so his Murder One Marshall tone. And I think it does a pretty awesome job. I'll show you some of the isolated sounds of this pedal, and then of course at the end I will do a jam. So, as you can probably tell, this thing is truly bone rattling. It's so loud, but I love it. Even when you turn the volume down and just run it really low, it cleans up really nicely, but it's still got a really nice bit of grit to it. And then obviously as you get louder, it's really, really powerful. Some pedals, when you turn them up all the way, they're kind of neither here nor there. The volume doesn't kind of have that much effect on what's happening. But this, you can run it pretty much anywhere and it has an effect on what it sounds like in a good way. So it's a very responsive volume dial as well, and you can get loads of really cool sounds out of it even just using the volume dial, which is always a nice option to have. The treble and bass frequencies are pretty awesome. When this is all the way up, I don't find it too harsh. Again, some pedals, when you've got the treble all the way up, understandably, they become very harsh and they're not necessarily very usable all the time. I'm sure there's a place for absolutely everything, but it's nice to have something that you can run the treble all the way up and it cuts through really, really nicely, but it's not too harsh and not actually painful. Then the distortion, again, that is another really responsive dial where if you run the distortion really low, it cleans up really nicely, but just has that bit of staticky grit. And then the more you turn it up, the more powerful it gets, and the more, obviously, you can make it sing. So when it's all the way up, this pedal really does sing. It's got great sustain, but all the way through, it's just a really gritty pedal, and I just love the sound of it. I love the feel of it. It's a pedal that when I'm playing through it, it actually physically feels great to play through, and it makes me play differently. Not just because it's inspired by Motorhead, but it's just certain pedals and certain sounds, I do think they influence the way you play, and they can inspire you to feel differently and then play differently in ways that you wouldn't necessarily always play. So I'm really blown away by this pedal, and I'm really pleased with what it's given me. It's made me discover a few things. I will definitely be using this in the future because I really love the way it sounds, love the way it looks as well, which is always a bonus. Not always necessary, but it's a nice thing to have. They've really nailed the whole package of it, even the box as well. So yeah, very, very impressed with this. I'm really pleased with the end jam it gave me as well. I think, again, it made me play really differently, and it made me want to do it with a drum beat this time, which I haven't done in a very long time, so that's pretty cool as well. Hopefully you enjoy that. But yeah, want to say a massive thank you to Steve at FX Pedal Planet as well for passing this pedal on to me. Thank you very much. It's absolutely awesome, and I'm so glad I've finally been able to demo it. So thank you, and thank you to OKKO in Germany for making these pedals, because they're epic, and I'm looking forward to trying out more of their pedals and seeing what they're like too. Hopefully some more demos in the future if possible. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and hope you enjoy the end jam. Bye.